Hi there, Stampers. Lori Helvig with Lori Stampin' Creations, and today I want to continue on with my Fun Fold Frenzy Friday part 2. Okay, and the funny thing is it is now Saturday because I did not get this video made last night like I did last week on Friday. But anyway, this is the second card. And then I have 2 more weeks to go with my Fun Fold class that I want to share with everybody, okay? So I'm not sure what the name of this fold is, but it opens, get everything out of the way here. It opens like this. It's kind of tucked down in this flap, and then it opens this way, and then you pull out this circle, and it opens like that, okay? So it's definitely fun. You get 2 cards out of 1 sheet of paper because you are going to cut your paper hot dog style. So let me show you what I mean by that. So you're going to actually get your 2 cards if you cut it 4 1/4 by 11, okay? And then you're going to score it at 4 1/4 and then 8 1/2. So I'll leave this out for a little bit so you can see the score marks, okay? And then the squares, I used vanilla cardstock here, and I've got 2 different squares that are cut the same size. So you've got the inside and then the outside, and that is 3 3/4. 3 3/4 squared for those 2 pieces, okay? And then I do want to share my color combo like I like to do with my projects. Okay, so I used 5 different colors: Crumb Cake, Mary Merlot, Basic Black, Very Vanilla, and Garden Green. So you can see all those. And then, like I said, you do cut the paper long ways and score it. And then after you score at the 4 1/4 and 8 1/2, let me move this out of the way, you need to punch your hole right here. And that was done with the 2 1/2. So all you do is insert that. I just pushed it in as far as it could go over here on the right hand side, and then just center it with that score line. You've already got your scores lines made, and then you're going to punch that out. So that's the 2 1/2 inch punch for that. And then for the inner circles, you want your circles to be able to fit down in there, and they have to be smaller, of course. So I use the Stitch Shapes framelits for the black, and you can see it's just barely going to fit in there, which is what you want. And then for the next layer, I use the Crumb Cake and the Starburst punch, and then the circle punch in there. I'm not sure what size that vanilla is there, but it'll be on my blog, and I'll have the punches spelled out there for you so you know what sizes I used on those, okay? And then I use the markers here on the mushrooms, and you just stamp your image on the vanilla piece, and then you can layer that on your crumb cake. And if you do a banner cut on your vanilla and then glue it on here and cut your crumb cake, then you can kind of cut those to match. You can see that I just kind of banner cut that freehand, and then I did a little black piece there as well. So the hedgehogs are really cute. I like the verse that says sending hedgehogs your way, and then like I use the marker here on the flowers and the tree stump. And then with the twine, I'll show you that. I actually doubled, used 2 twines together. So I use the black baker's twine, and then the crumb cake twine comes from the Nature's Twine pack. And there's actually 4 different colors in there, and that's, of course, the crumb cake with that. So I was kind of happy with that. The gals who came to class liked it. Let's see, one more tip I want to share with you is how I did this bottom part right here. So I'll open it up. Instead of using this scallop look, I'll lay this down so you can see. This thinlet is from the Seasonal Layers Thinlits, and I did not want the actual scallops. I made mine a little different, and it ended up with the square bottoms, which is what I wanted. So if you're real careful, I'll show you how you can do that. I use my magnetic plate, of course, my magnetic platform, and then you put 1 plate down, and then very, very carefully, well, I'll use this one right here. You're going to put it at the top, and just put your die, I'll add it up, put it so you can see it a little better. Okay, don't put it all the way on there. Just leave a little space. And then obviously when you run that through, that's not going to be a complete scallop. It's going to end up square bottoms like that. So just very carefully lay it down and put your magnetic thing on there, your die. And then I used washi tape, just some old retired washi tape, so it does not slide around when you go to cut it. So anyway, you get the idea. Just use washi tape and hold that in place. And when you run it through the big shot, like I said, you do not get a complete scallop edge if you do it that way. So, okay, this is part 2. And the finished project, and oh, this is real important too, when you put dimensionals under here, leave your underneath the staple open, so this can be tucked down in there like that. And that's all. If you have any questions regarding this fun fold card I made, or any of the Stampin' Up! Products I used, you can visit my blog at createwithlori2.blogspot.com. Thanks for stopping by.